Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. Python's Python path is an environment variable that tells the interpreter where to locate the module files that are imported into a Python script. It is a list of directory names that Python uses to search for modules when the import statement is encountered. However, there are cases where Python path might be ignored or not behaving as expected. In this tutorial, we'll explore the concept of Python path and address common issues that might cause it to be ignored. Python path is an environment variable that contains a list of directories. When Python encounters an import statement, it looks for the specified module in these directories. The directories are separated by a colon on Unix-based systems or on Windows. To view the current Python path in your terminal, you can set the Python path variable in several ways. Add the export command to your shell profile file, example.bash or .bash_profile for Unix-based systems, or use the system environment variables settings on Windows. Ensure that the syntax for setting Python path is correct. The directories should be separated by colons on Unix-based systems or semicolons on Windows. Avoid using relative paths in Python path. Use absolute paths instead. If Python path is set multiple times, the last setting takes precedence. Check for unintentional overwrites. If there's a module with the same name as the directory in one of the Python path directories, it might cause confusion. Ensure that there are no module name conflicts. When using virtual environments, Python path may be overwritten. In such cases, use the virtual environments mechanisms for managing dependencies. Let's illustrate a simple example. Consider the following directory structure. Assume my_module.py contains a function called my_function. Now, in main.py, you want to import my_module.py. To ensure that Python finds my_module.py, set the Python path accordingly. Run main.py, and it should successfully import my_module.py. By understanding and properly managing Python path, you can ensure that Python locates and imports modules as expected, avoiding common pitfalls. ChatGPT. The Python path environment variable is used in Python to specify a list of directories where the interpreter should look for modules. It plays a crucial role in resolving module imports. However, there are situations where Python path may appear to be ignored, and it's essential to understand why this might happen. Ensure that the syntax of setting Python path is correct. It should be a colon-separated list of directories on Unix-like systems or a semicolon-separated list on Windows. Example, Unix-like systems. Example, Windows. Make sure the file where you set Python path is being executed. For instance, if you're using a virtual environment, set Python path within the virtual environment activation script. On case-sensitive file systems, ensure that the case of the path specified in Python path matches the actual directory names. Let's illustrate the potential issue with a simple Python script. Assuming we have a module named custom_module.py with the following content. Now, let's say we have a directory structure like this. If we set Python path incorrectly, it might seem like it's ignored. In this case, Python won't find the custom_module because the specified path is incorrect. Ensure that Python path is set correctly. Using the absolute path is a good practice. Now, Python will correctly find and import custom_module. Understanding and correctly setting Python path is essential for managing Python modules and packages. By avoiding common pitfalls and ensuring proper configuration, you can make the most of Python path and prevent issues where it appears to be ignored. ChatGPT